Alright, DVW fam, so we just touched down in Hong Kong. We got a very exciting video for you guys. You know how we like to do it on these new cities, countries reviews. We're gonna give you guys our tour here, all the cool things we see, do, and eat, and our first impressions, because it's my very first time in Hong Kong. Very excited. I've always seen a lot of, images, movies, pop culture references and things about Hong Kong, a lot of Hong Kong films. So this is my very first time here in 2025, and we're on a very popular street and district called Tsim Sha Tsui Street. Apologize in advance if I'm butchering some of these names, but this is it, one of the most popular tourist destinations. All right, so let's explore more of Hong Kong. Let's do it. All right, so just exited the Hong Kong terminals, and we got Mr. Paresh here.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, he's gonna
Welcome to Hong Kong.
So he's gonna be helping us out and taking us to our hotel, but super excited to get to show you guys the Hong Kong adventures. It's my first ever time in Hong Kong, so you guys know we're gonna have some great adventures. Let's go. But this is also my first time at Hong Kong's international airport, and it is very big. It kind of feels like a minimalistic version of like an LAX airport, but a little bit nicer, cleaner, more feng shui. See what I did there? So right when you get outside of the Hong Kong terminals, there are these bus stops, make it really easy for us to get to the main city, which so is 40 Hong Kong dollars. That's about $5 and some change, so that's pretty good. And they have free Wi-Fi on the bus. Asia is crazy. Most places here, when I was in Vietnam, they have Wi-Fi everywhere, so the US got to catch up, guys. Come on. Hong Kong, so many lights. The city is huge. All right, DVW fam, so just got off our flight and our bus dropped us off here in Hong Kong. Apparently we're staying in a pretty popular local and tourist area. And yeah, I love to give you guys this first impressions, first perspective right when I hop off the airplane, because you're still truly feeling the novelty of everything, the city. And this is Hong Kong, guys, at 12 a.m. on a weekday. But right off the bat, I would say that it is just like how I imagined it. I was blessed enough to go to two major metropolitan cities in the world within the span of a couple weeks, New York and now Hong Kong. I always see Hong Kong and New York in a lot of media, films, movies, YouTube videos, social media, and the Hong Kong apartments or buildings or housing units are always a thing that pops out when I watch these Hong Kong movies, and these houses and buildings are just like how I envisioned it, with all the AC units on the outside. So that's the first thing I noticed, and the first thing I kind of really expected from Hong Kong was just the housing units and the tall buildings and skyscrapers all around, and a pretty decent or popular local or tourist area. I mean, there's a metro station right here, and usually when there's a metro station, it's like a hub where people go in and out. So on this stroll around our neighborhood, Dukawan, we stumble upon this late night eatery. It's literally one of like the only ones with lights, because it's 1 a.m. and they had lights on, so why not stumble upon here and see what they got. So apparently they got some skewers. So it looks like they got some sauces here. Oh, I thought that was regular braised egg, but some duck eggs here. Those skewers looks like some type of barbecue dark brown sauce. We'll taste it though. Cheers. Yeah, so we got our skewers here. So this is one of the few spots that were open, but it was unexpected because I was just thinking of going back to my place and heading to bed, but we're touring the city a little bit, getting some fresh air, and we saw this skewer spot, so why not grab a Hong Kongese skewer? And I don't know if it's like a culture thing, but I felt like the guy kind of had a little bit of a toot, because we kind of asked, maybe he was just sleepy, he was dozing off, but we kind of asked what the name was, the spot was, and he was like, the name is up there, but like we showed you, it looked a little faded. You could reach like Chinese, right?
Yeah.
So like, can you see the title of the place?
I can't see, it's faded.
Yeah, it's faded, but yeah, he didn't tell us, so it's just this spot in this corner. But yeah, let's try out these skewers.
So good, and it's a little bit spicy. It's really good.
All right, guys, I'm glad we waited for this, because this is pretty good. So he was cooking them fresh to order, and you can see it grilling on. We waited probably about 10 minutes for this, and it's actually pretty good. Nice big pieces of chicken. I believe it's chicken thighs. So you put a little bit chili sauce on them. Extremely soft.
Very soft.
Woo! But yeah, just finished that chicken skewer. That was delicious. It was around $2 US, but we asked for a little bit chili on it, and it brought that spice. But that was pretty good. Glad we tried it, and yeah. But yeah, it was one of the only place open. This is a crazy culture shock for me because I just came from Vietnam, and everything is open at any hour of the day, and it's about 1 a.m. right now, and there's not too many places open. And this is not just like a regular residential area. This is actually a pretty tourist area where there's a lot of markets and food. So yeah, contrast to Vietnam. So hotels in Hong Kong are not cheap, guys. So I got a pretty good deal, and I wanted to be in a central, tourist local-ish spot. So let's see what the real estate in Hong Kong looks like. And if you guys know anything about Hong Kong, it's usually pretty tight quarters, similar to New York. I would even call it the New York of Asia, because the prices of the real estate in the city are not cheap here, because it's a pretty tight, condensed city packed with a lot of people. And this is our spot, a hotel. It's like a 3.5 out of 5-star hotel. Let's check it out. Old school Hong Kong art. Alright, it's the lobby. Doesn't look like too big of a lobby, but let's head to the room. But this one works. Alright, so pretty small hallway. This is our room. It's our key. Yeah, already. Okay, wow. So, pretty small room. It's kind of it's literally a bedroom, a room for the bed, because this is all kind of like the space you guys get right next to it. No desk. There's a bathroom, a little TV, and yeah. But I can't say I am surprised, because like I said, the real estate in Hong Kong is pretty expensive. Not a lot of space here, so let's check out the rest of this room. Alright, this is so funny, guys, because it's such a contrast to where I just came from. Because in Nha Trang, Vietnam, if I was telling you guys I was paying $50 for a room, it's going to be the most luxurious room ever. Because for $30, I got a pretty nice ocean view room. So for $50, I would probably get like the full 4 or 5-star experience. But for $50 here, I got like a kind of like a janky door. Didn't even close. This looks like Tobey Maguire's kind of place that he stayed in the Spider-Man movies in 2000s. I don't have a closet. I got a nice little mirror though. What's up? All right, but let's see. This is a Hong Kong culture for you guys. Toilets for some slippers into the shower. Pretty small, but just try to get a place for a bargain, because we're gonna be in Macau in a couple of days. But we're here in Hong Kong for 3 days doing a couple food tours, so just need a place to rest my head. And a local friend said I should book here because central to a lot of food places. That also doesn't break the bank, because I'm not gonna spend too much time at the hotel. But only thing I think that's hurting me here is the closet, aka like drawers, because I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna place my clothes. But good thing is I'm here alone, and it looks like these are 2 beds. And they give you a toothbrush, toothpaste. You gotta ask for it downstairs though, because apparently Hong Kong just outlawed toothpaste. But yeah, gonna get some shut-eye. Yeah, travel days are tough when you're traveling. But yeah, oh, I found a little hanger here. Looks like a towel rack, but I'll put my sweater here. So yeah, good night. See you guys tomorrow for more Hong Kong adventures. It's gonna be a movie. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Before I enjoy my nice late night cup of jumbo cup noodles from 7-Eleven. They do have some slippers though. A little underwhelmed with the room, but hey, we have a bed. That's all I need. Deuces. Alright, good morning DVW fam. So here are the scenes of Hong Kong on our first day. Right outside of my hotel. This is the To Kwa Wan area. So apparently there is a fresh veggie and fruit, produce, meat market right outside. And right in front of me is the To Kwa Wan market. And there's supposed to be some good Chinese food there, breakfast items. Yeah, this is my first time seeing Hong Kong, and I just want to share it with you guys because I got in the nighttime, but in the daytime it's much more hustling and bustling. Pretty surreal to see, because I've seen Hong Kong in a lot of movies, pop culture, Jackie Chan movies. And at nighttime, it already looks pretty cool with all the buildings and such, but in the daytime, you can visibly see much more. So these looks like scenes from a Hong Kong movie or something like that, with the pretty smaller apartment buildings looking a little dated. It's the To Kwa Wan station. Let's see how efficient the travel is. I always like to document how efficient the travel is in each country, state, city, because like I was saying on my bus shuttle here, the public transportation system in the United States isn't too great. So besides New York is fine. Onigiri stations, drink spots, sushi. So that's something you don't see at all metro stations. Looks like some pretty clean looking bakeries and stalls. So, ooh, there's even some, like, it looks like an 85-degree bakery. Like a really neat setup. I was told that this is one of the best public transit systems, so far so good. So you should be able to scan your credit card here. Let me try it out. Yes, so it works. Scan my credit card. We'll see what the damage is after. I actually don't know how much it is per ride. So Hong Kong is an island, and we're on different parts of the island. So there's a body of water here, like a river, and we are gonna be going around on this side. So yeah, easy enough to read with the colors, because like in New York, the lines and colors are everywhere. And subway, so it's a subway. I've been to Singapore before, and this looks very similar to the Singapore stations. So as you guys can see, pristine. The floors nice, mopped and clean. I'm just gonna keep comparing it to New York City because that's the latest place I've been, and I've been all over Europe as well. This transit system is less anxiety inducing than in New York by far. It's very quiet. I feel like I could read a book in here. Almost like peaceful in here. It's so much different than all the other train stations I've taken. Because honestly, even some of the ones in Europe could be a little bit more hectic, but pretty smooth ride so far. Feels smooth in here like a boat. I feel like this is like the Mercedes-Benz of subway systems. So you also got to scan out as well, so they know how much to charge you. And guys, here you're definitely not gonna see people jumping over those rails like you see in New York City. Like the lobby, you're not gonna see too many loiterers. I don't know how late this station opens, but also not too many street performances. It's not too loud. Like I said, this is probably the loudest you're gonna get here, and this is the most calm, soothing metro station I've ever been to. I'll sum this station up in 3 words: safe, clean, and efficient. Pretty tall buildings. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of 5th Avenue in New York, with this little strip of tourist bus going around, hotels, luxury stores, but you will find some of the traditional, typical Hong Kong housing strewn in between. We are walking down this very popular tourist road called
Tsim Sha Tsui.
Tsim Sha Tsui. I hope I am pronouncing that right. I'm doing my best. Tsim Sha Tsui. So yeah, this is my very first time in Hong Kong in Tsim Sha Tsui Street. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I said, it reminds me of a lot of other tourist locations in metropolitan cities all around the world. A little bit of London action, New York 5th Avenue action, a little bit of Las Vegas Strip action. But you cannot forget that you are in Asia, because there are Chinese characters everywhere. Chongqing mansions. So here in the Tsim Sha Tsui Street, the Chongqing mansion there's a lot of money exchange spots here, so we're gonna find one of these and exchange our money because a lot of the street food spots that we're going to require cash money, baby. Yeah, I'll show you guys the Hong Kong cash money later. Looks like in between like a euro and other Asian currencies I've held, like Vietnamese dong. All right, let's keep. All right. Ooh. Kind of looks like a little mix of a Shibuya crossing station and a London, New York City crossing here. Yeah. It's the little things. I don't know. It's always fun and cool looking at all the streets, buildings when you're crossing a street in a major metropolitan station and kind of just stopping here and looking at all the buildings, structures around you. So this is Tsim Sha Tsui Street. Decoration square right outside these buildings. Alright, so this one is a way more crowded station since we're nearby the more popular areas. Let me see if it changes in culture. And we're out of here. Much more crowded station. Guys, I just love this subway station a lot more. There's actually free Wi-Fi here everywhere in Asia. It's absolutely insane because I don't have data right now, but I'm able to get around just because of all the free Wi-Fi in Asia right now. Do you hear that? They said that loiterers and people who basically do lewd acts and have weird behaviors, basically me, no I'm playing, in the subway station will be fine. I just heard that over the intercom. Maybe that's why it's so chill here, because a friend of mine here was saying that they actually fine you and they prosecute you if you guys commit offenses like loiter, jump over the MTR gates. So yeah, maybe that's why I don't see too many of that. Oh, this is a pretty nice car ride. Kind of looks like a bunch of buildings in like Jurassic Park with all those trees. Looks like a dock harbor over there. I don't know what it is. It's so nostalgic because I used to watch Hong Kong films, but I just love seeing all these old school Hong Kong apartment buildings, housing units. Super awesome. I feel like I'm in like a legendary Bruce Lee or a Jackie Chan film, Police Story, Once Upon a Time, one of those things. All right, so you know if there's a line, there's something good cooking up. Looks like some roasted duck right out front. Yeah, so they're still operating to catch fish and other seafood items. And this is the dock. On the other side is Aberdeen, and this side is Tycoon. This is the dock. A lot of boats going back and forth. Beautiful Hong Kong cityscape. Nice little park here. These kind of look like some classic older apartment or living units, but they stretch really far up and high. So I feel like some apartment units back home, like they'll look like this, but they'll be at a certain height. But these ones go really, really high. Look at that. Litung side, so you could take a little Sampan here, a little classic traditional ferry to get to the Aberdeen side, and it'll be a nice little scenic little tourist experience as well. So let's get on the dock and get on one of these traditional Sampan boats. Oh, they're coming. They're like the Hong Kong Uber boats to get to the other side. So this is the fee to get in. It's about 3 Hong Kong dollars. Alright, so let us hop on in. Ooh, some tires here. This is a classic Sampan. Sampan experience. Let us get a little side seat here so we can check out the views. Ooh, this is nice. So it's a couple of cents for a little ferry ride across. 3 Hong Kong dollars. It's a couple of cents. Alright, so that was fun. Nice little ride on a traditional Hong Kong Sampan boat. It was only a few minute ride, few cents. It was like 3 Hong Kong dollars, but it was a nice scenic little ferry ride. Good vibes, and I guess I could check off riding a Sampan boat in Hong Kong. Yeah, this is a beautiful area in Hong Kong. You see a lot of the waters, the docks, the Sampan boats, and all of the Hong Kong apartment buildings, cityscapes. This is nice. So this is basically what we just took. The sightseeing Sampan. And there were definitely some sights to see on that Sampan. So yeah. Let's explore more of Hong Kong, guys. This is cute. A little panda garden area. There's a lot of nice little parks and gardens all throughout Hong Kong so far, and I've only been walking around for a day. Alright guys, more Hong Kong buildings appreciation. I feel like I was doing this in New York too when I was touring there, because I'd always see it so much in movies and I hadn't been there ever. So I was just looking around all the skyscrapers and buildings. But same thing with Hong Kong. I always see it in, you know, Chinese, Hong Kong movies, like all the buildings, all the epic cityscapes. And now I'm here, so I'm gonna keep appreciating it, and also the novelty factor. Because after a few days or weeks, you know, you gotta be in a city, you don't really appreciate, you know, the little things anymore. Because I'm sure like all the locals are like, why are you looking at these buildings so much? But they look really cool to me. You know, some of them are more dated than others, but just like the shapes and the patterns, the colors, something about that Hong Kong cityscape. All right, let's get on the Sampan. All right, so appreciating the views on the Sampan. It's pretty nice. Yes, if you guys notice, no jumping over those security rails, checkpoints here in Hong Kong. But when I was in New York, I saw about at least 20 in my 6-day tenure there. And so yeah, it's currently rush hour at the MTR, so this is probably the busiest you're gonna see it. And even then, there's a system for everything. People are kind of in orderly rows and lines. But I would say Singapore and now Hong Kong is the best metro public transit systems I've taken. We just got off the metro right into another very popular area in Hong Kong. Another tourist hub. It's called Central. So anything called Central, I'm pretty sure it's central to a lot of activities, to say the least. So woo! This spot is cool. A lot of lights, a lot of large buildings, very modern buildings. Guys, you can almost mistake that you guys are in New York or somewhere. I feel like I'm in Times Square or something right now. Oh. There's the Decathlon. I wonder if that's the same one that's in Spain. Some pretty nice sunglasses there. There's a McDonald's, American Eagle. A lot of large buildings. Densely populated metropolitan area. Oh. So just when you feel that you're in any other metro city with all the big buildings, like New York or something, you'll see a lot of Chinese characters and letters. We have Young Key Restaurant, a very popular restaurant here in Central, and apparently they have a Michelin star roast goose that they're famous for. So some of these items here are roast goose. So a lot of small alleys in the central area, a lot of lights, souvenir shops. This is called Leng Guai Foam. Apparently it is a bar district going out spot. So I see a lot of restaurant bars that sells small tapas, foods, souvenir shops, and also very nice buildings. But yeah, it kind of looks like a very, very clean Chinatown in New York. This is funny here. So we saw this spot called Grill. It says Tainan chicken. So I guess it's like a mix between Thai chicken and Hainan chicken, but you can see the grills right up front. So here, prices don't look too bad. We might try this. Oh, so here's a Tainan chicken. So it looks like Hainan chicken made with a Thai twist. Oh, and I guess you can order like to go here as well. There's an indoor eatery. But yeah, so we're not the only one who appreciates this alley and streets. A lot of people are here taking photos. So when you see people with their phones out like this trying to snap a flick, you know you're in a pretty popular tourist destination. So as you guys can see, they have a lot of stars on the Michelin guide. That is a star yacht lock 2017, 18, 19, 20. They ran out of room on this wall, guys. 2021, 2022. It doesn't look too steep for a typical Michelin star restaurant because those can run you a pretty penny. So without further ado, let's go inside and check it out. This is crossing here at Central. Hong Kong and Asia is living in the future. The 7-Eleven has Wi-Fi. So, walking back down Lan Kwai Fong Street. It is a very nice street, so that's why there's people around making and doing photo shoots. So I'm not the only one who appreciates these views here. Many others do as well. Like these guys on this corner, those guys on those corners. They're all taking photos and flicks around Lan Kwai Fong Street. Literally. Another photo shoot corner here. I need to know the story behind the Jordan station because I'm going to show you guys all the stops right now. Like they're all in Chinese words like Chu Sha Tsui, Lai Chi Kok, Sham Shu Po, Mong Kok, Cheng Sha Wan, Mei Fu, Kwai Fong, Kwai Hin, Sun Huan, and then there's Jordan here. Like maybe the person who named this really like 2-3, the GOAT Michael Jordan, and named it this, or maybe it's after the name of, you know, the country Jordan. Actually, no, there's a Prince Edward Street. All right, knock on wood before I say this, and I mean, if I'm wrong, this video won't even get out to you guys, but it's my second night here, and I've been doing a lot of late night walking past 12 p.m. even up to 3 a.m. and I've been to a lot of places in the world, Europe, the United States, other parts of Asia, Mexico, places like that, and I've pretty much felt it out on these 2 nights, and I'll keep you guys updated. But it just feels very safe here. I mean, it's the middle of the night, we're walking in, you know, a metropolitan area in the city, and that's another first impressions of Hong Kong. I feel like it's very safe and clean here. I mean, I might be wrong, but the streets seem very empty. We've consistently walked here past 12 and it just seems empty, quiet. For example, in New York, I was walking late at night too, and I would just get bugged a lot, you know, by people, loiterers, you know, on the subway station. You know how it is if you guys been in New York before. Tokowon Fresh Market right outside of our hotel. There's a lot of locals here. You guys get up, want some fresh baked treats, Chinese herbs, medicine, meat, veggies, fruits. It's all right out here. There's a barbecue store here, some chashu. Yeah. Oh, it looks like a Iberico ham or something like that. I've been to other places in the world where there's outdoor markets. Mexico, various parts of Asia, and you know, sometimes there's a certain smell in the air, and it doesn't always have to be bad, but you just kind of know that you're in a market. But it's very clean here in Hong Kong, not too much odors or anything when you're passing by one of these outdoor markets. So right when you leave the market area, you're right back into the metropolitan area. Whoa, look at this building right here. It looks like out of a Hong Kong apocalypse movie or something. It looks really old, but it's truly a sight to see. Apparently it's an industrial building, holding strong, staying strong. Look at it. Looks like... Alright guys, so I had a pretty interesting experience in Hong Kong because, like I said, there's a lot of these businesses, street markets on the streets, walking to my hotel, but man, they're messing with my self-esteem here because we passed by the Angel Beauty Spot. So what do you do here?
Oh,
Showed you guys some of the services. I guess it's like a beauty stall, but this is not very rare, I mean, in Asia, because different countries will have different, like, you know, beauty services. Like in Vietnam, they have the shampooing, goi dao, facials. There's like in Thailand, there's massage, like pampering services, right? But like she called me over and she's like, "Whoa, your face! Ooh, your face! You need to get these things removed." Oh, she pointed to my mole. She's like, "That's a big mole. You need to get that out of your face." Like, and I was like, "Oh damn!" Like, I didn't know I was that hideous. So, no, I'm playing, but I was just interested in the pricing, and so I guess the price she gave me, I'm pretty sure it was a high-end price, and I could have bargained and bartered to get it down. It looked promising though, so she said $1,000 for my whole face, Hong Kong dollars. I guess that's like around 150 US dollars. So yeah, I guess they offered those type of services there. I'm guessing like laser removal, skin tag removals, because I do have some like skin tags on my face or whatever. But dang, man, making me feel like I shouldn't show my face out here in Hong Kong anymore. I'm walking around, and maybe I should just go back to my hotel, guys. She's like, woo, you gotta get those things off your face. I'm like, what? All right, I'm just gonna take a nap, maybe forget about this. No, I'm playing. That's Hong Kong, guys. Ooh, this is a really huge, cute dog. Look at that. Doggy! Wow. Hello, Hong Kong dog. Guys, this is bamboo. Little foyer things for construction. Look crazy. Kind of looks like that scene from Rush Hour where they're like fighting on the bamboos on the buildings. It's sturdy. Let's touch it. Boom. These are all over the city. Look, there's one just right there. And also, pro tip, don't stay out too late because the MPR stops running at 12:45. We got carried away with too much fish balls and good street food that we're a little late, but yeah, caught a cab back home. Guys, that's a cool looking cab. I haven't been in one of those classic cabs in a while. I used to take a lot of cabs in Vegas with the fares, and some of them are more honest or dishonest than others, because some of them, like, they'll try to drive you around the city and up the fare, especially because we were really young too. They thought they could fool us. So yeah, haven't been in one of those in a while, but yeah, we got carried away, so we had to order one. But those cabs were super cool, guys. Did you see them? They're super classic. I thought I was tripping because when I got to my stop, the door opened by itself. But I guess they have some latch or something like that where they can open the door for you, like eject you. But yeah, it's a cool Hong Kong cab experience. Over tight. Ooh, the door's on this side. Ooh, they open by themselves. Brad? More really cool neon Chinese signs in Hong Kong. Like I'm saying, the aesthetics here are fire. I'm gonna drop some photos of me next to some of these like street food stalls. Looks really cool. This is Tsim Sha Tsui East. Yeah. And yeah, it looks like another cool shopping area, district. Any popular area or district in Hong Kong, or just anywhere in Hong Kong in general, you're gonna get a lot of great dumplings, street food eats everywhere. I'm gonna say this all the time because I don't think I've seen this amount of quality Chinese food in one given area than I have been in Hong Kong. It's gonna be one of the best viewing areas that you'll have of the Hong Kong skyline. It's here in Tsim Sha Tsui. But down there, you guys get some gnarly views of Hong Kong, guys. Yes, as you guys can see, there are a lot of people right over there. That's the main viewing area of this Hong Kong skyline, and that is where we're about to be. So if you guys are wondering where you guys can get some fire Instagram photos, right here on Tsim Sha Tsui. He caught one. Oh, he caught what looks like to be an octopus here on the waters. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, good job. Good job. Oh, look at that. It's a little gloomy day today, but you got all the big buildings, boats, ships. Nice photo ops here. This is Victoria Harbour, and you can see the vast cityscapes of Hong Kong here. Look at that. Absolutely magnificent. This is a beautiful photo op here. The legend, Bruce Lee, next to the Hong Kong skyline here. Absolutely beautiful out here in Victoria Harbour. Alright guys, so I found a nice little area to enjoy the breeze and take a nice photo. All those lights, guys. It's beautiful in the nighttime. The skyline truly shines. It looks like a huge hotel, department store here. So when you guys are walking down here, you guys can buy some of these packages for the boats over there. All right guys, so we are on this dock where there's a bunch of cruise ships, yachts, where you guys can view the Victoria Harbour and Hong Kong cityscapes. But we got the best one. Usually the most premium price is the Symphony of Lights, because every night there is a light show. So I want to be on the cruise at the best time, and of course everybody does as well, so that's the most expensive. But throughout the day there are a bunch of cruises and different cruise ships. Generally I saw an average of 45 minutes on the harbor, and when we were walking through the harbor we saw a bunch of boats. So that is also a cool thing you guys can do in Hong Kong. So yeah, but near the end of the Victoria Harbour, that's when you're gonna see a lot of the boats. There's about, I feel like there's over 20. There's always boats, and there's also a bunch of usually ladies with the signs giving you the prices and telling you guys to get on their boats. So seems like a pretty cool thing to do. So that's another thing you guys can do in Hong Kong. So we got one of these, a blue girl, a little refreshment while we're touring Hong Kong. Apparently it says it's from Germany, but I've seen these all over Hong Kong, and you get them for, this is one of the cheapest beers, and it's actually pretty good. It's smooth, creamy, lager, pilsner. I like European beers, and but these are all over Hong Kong. It's good. Taking the oldest ferry in Hong Kong, over 50 years old here. So if you guys don't have enough money for a cruise is generally above 100, 150 per person. So it's 5 Hong Kong dollars per person, so that's under $1. So yeah, if you guys don't have enough money for a cruise, you guys could take a little ferry across the Victoria Harbour, but you're actually just going across and it's not 45 minutes. So yeah, this is an alternative for having fun on a budget. Everyone's running to the ferry because I'm assuming they want to get a nice seat. So let's see. So this is somewhat like a hidden gem or a little hack or trick, because a lot of those cruise and yachts are above 100 Hong Kong dollars, but for 5 Hong Kong dollars, which is under $1, you guys can basically get views of this skyline, but pretty limited seating, as you guys can see. Like, the cruise is made more so for sightseeing. This is made for one end to one end, but you can still get a lot of great views of Hong Kong. Let's see. Look at that. Ooh, beautiful. So I am hanging out the window looking at this view, but it is a view. So hey, we're gonna compare for you guys the $5 ferry on the Victoria Harbour, and then we're gonna show you guys the 100 plus Hong Kong dollar cruise line here. So here's the ferry, the seating setup, and then you do get views of the skyline, but evident enough for this one you're just going from end to end, so you're not gonna get like a side view. But some of the cruise, I haven't been on it yet, but you can tell they're going like horizontal, so hey, you get what you pay for, it feels like. But yeah, these are the views. So it is 7, our cruise is 7:20. I'm sure they play the bell to signal people on the hour, because you guys got to get to these docks on time if you're hoping to catch your cruise. So we are arriving. All right, so hopping on our cruise yacht here. Be careful. Go ahead. Making our way inside. Ooh, there's a center bar here, so we get 1 free drink. All right, there's a nice little lounge here, but let's check up outstairs. Oh, very spacious. Very nice seating here. So let's check it out. There's a lot of people selling packages. Depending on which one you choose, there'll be different prices. Generally runs from 100 to 300 Hong Kong dollars per person. We're gonna enjoy the Symphony of Lights show, because there are a lot of cruises all throughout the day and night, but there's only one cruise that rides on the water during the light show, and I've never seen the light show. So another thing you guys do in Hong Kong, see the light show, and you can see it on the pier as well, the harbor, but we thought to check it out on our boat cruise here. Oh, that's an epic looking boat there. Look at that. It's a very nice looking boat. Look at these views, guys. Absolutely stunning. The lights are so bright, it lights up the sea in colors, guys. Absolutely beautiful. So we're stopping here at this area because pretty soon they're about to play the Symphony of Light. So it's apparently a light show here in Hong Kong. I'm also experiencing it for the first time along with you guys. So this is awesome, guys. So they're playing music along with the lights. Super cool. I mean, I already thought the views were awesome with the lights, but now all the lights are dancing and moving. So it's sort of something like the Bellagio fountain show at a tourist destination, or like looking at Times Square, or watching the Eiffel Tower sparkle. It's truly a tourist attraction and a wonder here in Hong Kong. Woo! I think that was the finale, guys. No one cheered. Definitely worth it, in my opinion. Costs a few bucks. The prices are subject to change, but yeah, it's a really cool thing we did in Hong Kong. Isn't that beautiful, guys? A classic Hong Kong sailing boat right on the waters of Victoria Harbour. Nice. So this is Starlight Cruise. It was a great experience. Thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Yes.
See you next time.
Yep. And so there are many yachts, cruises. So we chose that one, but like I said, I'll just, choose the one I like. If you guys, you guys could take a look at the boats. There's a bunch of ladies walking up and down here with signs selling you guys whichever boats. So there will be plenty, and you won't run out of cruises, except maybe during the Symphony of Lights. That's the most popular package and generally the most expensive, but I would probably return in the daytime to get a different view. But yeah, it was a really cool thing we did in Hong Kong, which was take one of those cruises. Just look at this regular corner store. Tell me this isn't hard, guys. Like, taking a picture anywhere here in Hong Kong, it's gonna come out as a pretty clean looking photo. How I would characterize Hong Kong as a metropolitan city is like a Chinatown in New York, but flipped inside out. You know, in New York, how there's a lot of cityscapes, modern tall skyscrapers, and then like there's pockets of Chinatown, and New York probably has the most intricate, biggest Chinatowns in the Western world. So I feel like it's New York Chinatown, but flip inside out, where there's more of the Chinatown pockets on the mainstream, and then less of the, more modern cityscape structures all around. But I mean, the whole city is modern, but you get what I'm saying. There's just more of that Chinese culture. Obviously, we're in Hong Kong. That more of that Asian culture within the city, metro city. So yeah, that is my DVW characteristic and first impressions of Hong Kong in 2025. Okay, more Hong Kong hustle and bustle. So we just got off our transit. We are now in Mong Kok area in Hong Kong. It is a very popular tourist district. As you guys can see, there are a lot of people, lights, buildings, and we're here to get some more food. So make sure you guys stay tuned. We're about to get some good eats for you guys. So many unique neon signs, billboards, and lights all over Hong Kong. It is packed here. Always so many street food stalls here. It draws me in every time, like a foodie siren. So many street eats, skewers. There's a lot of skewers in Hong Kong. I didn't know Hong Kong was all about their skewers. Wow, this is a giant mall, guys. So this is the mall in Mong Kok. It's called Langgam, and look, it looks like a giant Louis Vuitton store. Look how big it is. It looks like a museum. It's called Langgam Place right there. And apparently there's a food court here that's pretty good. Malls in Asia never cease to amaze me. The malls are always giant and huge. This one's no exception, but it's my first time in a Hong Kong mall. Actually, no, I've been to a smaller one. This one's a pretty big mall here in Mong Kok. Let's check it out. Look at this. The malls in Asia are a marvel. Way bigger and better than the average malls back home, I feel. giant beauty section here. Guys, look how many floors there are here. Okay, like I was saying, Asian malls are built different. They're literally half shopping mall and half food court, because in a regular mall there's like a small section for food court, but I feel like in Asian malls they always have a bunch of good restaurants, so here are their offerings. But we're checking out the food court here. Apparently there's a giant food court, so we're gonna find that. What is this? It looks like, guys, are we still in the mall? It looks like a little amusement park right in the center of everything. What the heck? This is what I mean, guys. Like, this is an Asian mall for you guys. This is the mall in Mong Kok, Langham Place. There's like multiple levels, more than 6, bunch of glass open air windows, a bunch of food, and seemingly like a little playground amusement park in here. America needs to step their game up with their malls. Like, we got McDonald's at the food court. They got full-on 5-star restaurants in here. Look at all these restaurants. We haven't even reached the food court yet. So these restaurants kind of look like the street food places that are outside, but more high-end sit-down spots. And we're heading to their food court. Apparently their food court is pretty good. So this is their food court. There's supposed to be some pretty good food here at reasonable prices. There's the Coco Ichibanya kitchen. There's one in the States too, but I don't know if it's the same branch or brand. Probably is. This one's Thai chili. Smell a lot of good stuff here. So around 18. Oh yeah. Okay. So just wanted to show you guys a typical Hong Kong mall. And yeah, like I was saying, they're all about their food, the food courts. So it looks very nice, a lot of options in here. And yeah, half of this mall, guys, is basically food. This whole floor is food, so that's what you guys can expect from Langham Place in Mong Kok. So you guys want like some AC, some more tables. That's the main difference, but all around Hong Kong, even on the streets, there's great food everywhere. Literally looked to the left and said, wow, I feel like all throughout Hong Kong, like there'll be a photo op anywhere you guys look, especially in a popular district with all the neon lights and all that. I looked to the left and I was like, whoa, all these signs look awesome. Look at that. Bunch of neon signs and lights. Even the McDonald's looks cool. Look at the McDonald's sign. Look over to the right with all the Chinese symbols and signs. Also a wow factor. Look at that. So this is Mong Kok, one of the most popular districts for eating and tourism in Hong Kong, and just walking around enjoying the vibrations and looking for some food. They got a boy band here, the Hong Kong BTS. Oh shoot. Hong Kong BTS in the cut. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Food everywhere. Food everywhere in Hong Kong. So if you guys are foodie, this is for you. Feels a little bit like Shibuya Crossing in Japan here. Just different vibes. Everyone also compared to a big metro city like New York as well. The pace of life there, everybody was also moving very fast. So there's so many spots all over Hong Kong, Mong Kok. So many street foods. Just in this corner alone, there's like 4 just in this corner. Or like 6, and it's like 12 p.m. right now, nighttime. A lot of them are closed. So sometimes I go to these spots and I debate whether I should get somewhere or not. But this spot is known for their fried foods, as you guys can see, for this large fried chicken. It's like this flattened piece of fried chicken. I had it in New York, but it looks like it'll be better here, honestly. And more fried chicken as well. If you guys know anything about Asia, you guys will know that chicken is king. They make their chicken really good here. Fried chicken, grilled chicken, chicken over rice. So I'm contemplating, might have to stay with my stomach for more street eats, but if you guys want some fried chicken, this is the place to go apparently. And you guys see large crowds in the front. Seems like it's a good spot. You know what's been tripping me out about Hong Kong as well? Like all these street food options, I feel like most, if not all of them, are packed. Like there's so many options. And I'll say most of them have customers in them, unless if they're closed, of course. But yeah, there's so many options and so many lovers of Hong Kong street food. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that most of them have quality and quantity, it seems. Of course, there'll be your rare spot that has not a lot of customers, but then you wait like maybe 30 minutes and then 10 flood in. Like, look at this one right here. There's a bunch of people inside. So I feel like you can't go wrong with any of these spots. Mong Kok, a lot of great looking food. Look at this. Ooh, big bowl of braised beef. I can smell the beef from this window. So we're in Tsim Sha Tsui at a spot called Nuts Fort Terrace, and this is a popular area to go out in Hong Kong. So we're just gonna check it out. So this is where the nightlife is here.
We have food and snacks also available
Okay, right now I just want to take a walk down. Appreciate it. So it's called Nuts Fort Terrace, and ooh, this is SpaceX bar. So this is an area where you guys can go out, check out the scenes here. Yeah, so a lot of these spots in Asia look pretty similar. This one kind of looks like there's a lot of lounges on the left and the right is blocked off. But yeah, there's a whole garden, downtown bar and chill place to go. A lot of spots here. This is the maze. Right here. Looks like a lot of shisha bars here in Hong Kong. Bananas. Yes, this is the going out area of Hong Kong here. The China bar. We're walking around here. China bar, there's live DJs. So, is there a club down here? These areas look pretty interesting. This is also my first time experiencing this too, guys. So this is also my very first time experiencing this going out area in Hong Kong as well. So, yeah, looks like a lot of bars. So the vibe I get is that these kind of look like American lounges and bars, but everything other than that is Hong Kong vibes. So as you guys can see, there's a body of water right over there, and we're entering the Macau ferry terminal. So this is how you get to Macau from Hong Kong. It's gonna be one of the most common ways to get to Macau, because most of the international flights land into Hong Kong. It's a bigger airport. There are some flights straight to Macau, but from my airport there weren't any. So we're taking a ferry to Macau from Hong Kong. Let us show you guys the process. Our first time. So yeah, Macau terminal here. So this ferry is in the Shun Tak Center. Another Asian mall here. Malls here in Asia never ceases to amaze me. But yeah, this is the mall right before you get into the ferry. Okay, so right in here at this mall, this is where you guys get the ferry tickets to Macau from Hong Kong. It's called Turbojet. These are some of the hours, and they run every hour. We literally just missed it, unfortunately, because it's 6:30 right now. So we had to get the 7:30, so you gotta wait a full hour. So these are some of the prices for the cabins. We got the economy, which at night it's also some of the most expensive class prices. It was $220, and there's advanced booking. So yeah, this is how you guys get a ticket to the ferry here from Hong Kong. And this is our ticket here. It's about $220 Hong Kong dollars, $7.30. So this is our gate. We got to go through immigration as well. So let's try to make our ferry. So don't be confused, guys. There's actually two ways to get to Macau. There's the Taipa side of Macau and the Macau side. Our place is near the Macau side that we need to go, so we booked it over that way. So just don't enter the wrong area. Coconut milk latte. Even the McDonald's here looks gourmet. Look, they got a beef and hash browns burger, chicken and pineapple burger meal. Hello Kitty McDonald's, prosperity beef burger. What is this? Wow, they got a red bean and rice cake pie. That's crazy. It's kind of like the apple turnover, apple pie at our McDonald's back home, but it's a red bean and rice cake pie. Twister fries. This is all Hello Kitty themed too. Maybe get a Hello Kitty toy. Crispy chicken thighs meal. All these items look really delicious. Strawberry yogurt flavored soda, crawfish soup, a la carte meals. So they have fried chicken here, not just like chicken nuggets. Oh, they do have chicken nuggets too. McWings. Man. Guys, I'm sold. They have boba at McDonald's. I'm about to taste boba at a McDonald's in Hong Kong, guys. Oh my gosh. Try the rice bean and rice cake pie. I might do that another time, but no. $53, like 10 bucks. So we actually just crossed through immigration. Put my passport in, so make sure you guys bring your travel documents, but didn't film that because it was a restricted area and I was carrying a lot of stuff. So yeah, just like a airport terminal, if you guys haven't been in a ferry before, it is a little bit less stringent. I don't believe we went through a security check for our bags or anything like that, but yeah, we're getting into our turbojet ferry here. So I took another ferry in Canada from Vancouver to Victoria Island, and it seems just like that. This one looks a little bit more high-tech because I think a lot more people take the Macau to Hong Kong and vice versa ferries more frequently. So yeah, it's actually pretty big, as big as an airport terminal. Okay, just checked in to our gate and they actually assign you a seat number. Let me see if they honor that, because I've been in a couple ferries and sometimes you just go in this big ferry and you just choose whatever seat, but he put in a little sticker for us. All right guys, so this is Hong Kong McDonald's right here. So I am in the Macau ferry terminal, just waiting for my ferry. But I grabbed this in the mall down below because it looked delicious. And every time I'm traveling, I get a little bit hungry. Let me know if that happens to you guys, even though I just ate before and I'm probably gonna eat after. But I'm just excited as you guys. My first time trying Hong Kong McDonald's. I passed by a lot of Hong Kong McDonald's spots all throughout my stay here. And I always love trying new McDonald's spots in every new country or different city that offers different items when I visit, because every McDonald's I've been to besides the ones back home just are better. Maybe it's the grass is always green on the other side phenomenon, but guys, look at this. It's Hello Kitty themed, and I think this is a special item. It's like a hash brown beef menu item. Fries are always McDonald's staple. Let me see if it's the same. I love McDonald's fries. It's like regular McDonald's fries. Nothing too crazy about these, and I love McDonald's fries, so these are no exception. But guys, this might look like a McCafe coffee, but it's actually a milk tea with boba. So, ooh, look at that top of this. Ooh. Latte in Hong Kong is just like milk and whatever topping that they have in it. Milky. Tastes like a hot chocolate. So there should be boba in here. I've never had boba at McDonald's before, so let me try this out. Mix this around. No, it's the right drink. I just had to mix it around. So it kind of tastes like some chocolate on the top and there's some milk in the bottom. And I'm drinking McDonald's milk tea for the first time with boba. This is absolutely crazy. Not the best boba I had, but it has a slight honey boba flavor to it. This is kind of like a chocolate milk. It tastes like chocolate milk, honestly, with boba, but guys, it's not bad. Maybe like a 7.5 out of 10. Drink is really milky, like a hot chocolate, but there's ice in there. And then the boba was like a 7 out of 10. It's a little bit hard, not as chewy as I like it to be, but it's not too tough and has a slight hint of honey boba taste. Okay, I actually got the regular beef burger, but they ran out, and I don't even know if it's a burger. It's like a sandwich. It kind of looks like the McRib, but this one has a hash brown on top. Look at that. Looks like some onions as well. Ooh, let's try this out. Okay, let's take a bite of this beef sandwich with hash brown. Oniony. The beef inside is nice and soft, and there's some raw onions throughout. I'll say soft textured. Bun is pretty soft. It's like a sandwich, like rectangular hot dog thick bun. I don't taste much of the hash browns. I thought the hash brown would be crispy, but it's kind of soggy with all the sauces maybe or onions on it. It tastes like a baked potato. It doesn't really taste like the super crispy fried baked potatoes back home. It'd be much better if it was crispy, but yeah, it kind of reminds me of a mix between a burger and a McRib. Yeah, it's like a 6.5 out of 10. Nothing too impressive. It looked better on the menu than how it tastes. Alright guys, so it's been a great time touring Hong Kong and all of its delicious dim sum, Hong Kongese food and street food. But as you guys can see, we got our dim sum and baos to go. Got the metro station right there, and it's time to go on another adventure. So I also want to give a special thank you to my friend here, Haresh, who is a Hong Kong local, and he showed us some great spots, accompanied us on this tour, and yeah, and he was a very great tour guide, and he did a great job showing us around. So thanks, Haresh.
You're most welcome. Anytime you can come to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
You're most welcome.
Yeah, and he makes his own YouTube videos and tours as well. So check him out on his YouTube channel, his Instagram, his social media, website. I'll put it down below. If you guys want to come to Hong Kong for some tours, make sure you guys hit up Haresh. He knows some great spots. So yeah, thank you again, bro.
You're most welcome.
Yes,
Dan,
sir. Yes.
we welcome you back to Hong Kong.
Awesome. Deuces.